Alright, I think we're good to go. We're a minute early for the first time in recorded history. Let me also start the local recording. Local recording is going to be important tonight if we end up doing fights with RV. Or whoever it is. There we go. So we're starting on Support Scourge, but one of the things that I would like to do tonight is play... I don't think I have it put together right now, actually. I can get rid of this. What I would like to run instead is this, this. And then... God, probably this. And then... this. With this, but with this, and then with this, and then with this. CPC is not going to be good enough. And then for the weapons, I'm pretty sure I can replace the old Scourge template as well. Sword Reaper, that template can go for sure. Scholar's fine. The sword is not fine though. It's going to be Staff Greatsword. Bloodlust energy, force energy's fine. And then the runes that I needed are what? Blighting? Blight? Sigil of Blight. Oh god, is it crafted only? It is. Where the hell do you even get this from? How do I not have this recipe? Take? I'll be right back. That's gotta be like a PvP drop. I can only assume that's a PvP drop. Anyway, I need 2 of these bad boys. Blight. That's why. It uses charged quartz. There we go. Alright, and then back to CD. Back to CDBL. And then we can put these in as we move. 1 over Bloodlust. 1 over Force. Yeah. So it's not a Condi Reaper build per se. Oh, and this needs to be Demon Queen. Customize Demon Queen. The build is not Condi Reaper. I'm not interested in playing Condi Reaper in World versus World. Yet, if it looks like the meta is really going to be that bad, we'll do it, but I'm kind of hoping it's not. The idea is that against groups that have a really strong res game, you can use poison to disrupt that res game. Because people tend to not cap on healing power unless they need to, which means you might be able to break up some things like Battle Standard, you might be able to break up things like LE Signets, you might be able to break up Glyph of Stars, you might be able to break up Firebrand res, and then you also just kind of cut down on the overall healing that a group is generating while you're sitting there grinding in melee. Because every once in a while you're going to have some poison stacks lurking on them. We're not going to put anything into expertise or anything like that. We're not going to put anything into condition damage or anything like that. Because, like, we expect poison to be cleansed eventually. We don't expect it to stick around on somebody long enough to deal significant damage. But we do want it to be there long enough that it cuts down on the amount of healing that people are taking so that you can actually spike through sustain. We will see how that goes. These OJs are open field. Open field OJs. My commander does not care. Lithia, didn't you buy this house? Just have a contractor come over and take the window out. Replace it with like a brick wall. Turn it into a gaming cave. Oh, whatever. Listen, if people in the 1900s had computers, they would have built a lot less windows. That's all that I'm saying. Okay, well, whatever. I see it. It's Aqua and Fear, I believe. Same group I was fighting yesterday in EVG. That's okay. Versus... I have no idea who this blue group is. Oh, Bags is in there too. Yeah, it's Aqua, Bags, and a ton of other people. Versus Crew. Okay. Now, what did we learn from last time we played Support Scourge? We learned that if Unholy Feast is not the first button you press after your initial barrier goes out, you have a really bad time. So we're going to make sure that Unholy Feast is one of the first things that happens. Barrier. Strips. Wells. Pulling into them. I need to dodge. I need to get a stun break. I need to dodge. Breaching on you. Breaching, breaching, breaching. There's a breach in the archway. Oh, he's going out here. Okay, fair enough. As a big old group. That's fine. I'll just eat this in mob. You did say you were pushing out. You did say that. If you're gonna kill me, just kill me, man. Be faster. No, because I'm getting fucking picked, man. But I can't die because I'm a support scourge. It's not possible. I'm Minstrel. That's not gonna happen. I am Minstrel. Do I need to remind you what build you told me to run? I'm fearing him, by the way. Nope, I didn't. Yep. Yeah. I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. Do you know there's another group in spawn? I do see the 6EV there that could easily kill those two, but you didn't, and then I died. So I figured I wasn't gonna get res help either. I don't know, I didn't get help in life. I figured I wasn't gonna get help in death. I can't. I'm playing a support profession. It's okay, Yaver's with me. What utilities do I use for this stupid build again? Whatever. Eventually I'll be running power tonight. It'll be good enough. I'm fine with this. No, it's official rally for Tyrion tonight. I did die immune. But I'm stuck on a support profession. What do you want me to do? I can't fight back. Look at me, I'm full minstrel. Look at all this. This off player needs to go away. He was thinking about it. I speared him. They're in combat. He dodged the spear. I hit spear and I said I'm spearing him, he's in combat, and then he dodged the spear. Man, no wonder Lucas doesn't use his mic. Pulling up top. Good blocks. Feared in the tail. Getting dropped on. Dodge one. Agreed on these shades. Breach top of stairs. Can I hit anyone with this? I can. Well, no. I can. I can. It's not gonna do much, but I can. Watch red. I need a barrier here. They're gonna engage on this. It's really hot. I don't have enough. There's not enough stab for me to get through that, man. Holy. These groups are huge compared to us. These are massive groups compared to us. Makes me feel better about wiping an EBG for an hour and a half, though. I thought that was just me. But, like, if Ruthless can't figure out these two groups at the same time, then I didn't have any shot at doing it, man. You have, like, 10 people on you. Well, we killed like a ton of blue. No. Crew just ran away. I have been leaping on cooldown, so... Who is my fireprint? That's Yaver. I need to remember that Yaver does not roll early stability. He really saves it for actual engages. So I need to make sure that I am not stuck on the tail getting caught by lines and shit, because there's not going to be anything coming to save me out there. Is that actual boys? No, it's not. Yeah, but like maybe their other group no-showed and they transferred. You never know. Like, Indo is on AR now, so it's like a, you know, there goes the neighborhood kind of situation. Hey, they're both huge. Is it this OTG player? No, that's a Reaper. That's right. You pull off now. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get pulled here. Yaver's not gonna roll stab, but I'm gonna get pulled. It's this Reaper behind you. I don't want to get pulled here. Pulling downstairs. Never mind. We're on CDB Okyoshi. Yeah, I thought you were asking me specifically. Let's go find out. It's BB. Fight literally ruined. We need more people to fight these groups, man. Like, you see the fight reports coming in. That's 96 combined enemy players. We got 25 and like 5 bomb. Those numbers don't go. BB's not the best sidecar on the planet, but we can work with them at least. I'm not pulling on this. There's no point. I'm just gonna cast wells into this. I dropped him. He said just jump damage on this, so I did. You have them back up in 20. Oh, I fell in the water. You have wells 15. Ooh, they have downs. Ooh. Pulling up top here, pulling up top. Oh my god! This is pretty good. You have wells for this. Wells. Okay, I'll come to you, sure. Give me my other 2 shades. Next time he pushes, I'm breaching. Breaching tail, breaching tail, breaching tail. I need to live, please. Thank you. We're in a banner. Convert these. You have wells 15. Here, have some barrier. Have a nightfall. That's not gonna be a good nightfall. You have wells up if you need them. I'm holding. Wells. I'm gonna front load this with barrier, just because I don't trust it fully. Pulling on us. Also, did anyone actually call Berserk Timer? Okay. At least we're living through the fights, mostly. These are definitely groups where supports were just going to be better, though. It doesn't feel like their res game is tight enough. Vampiric Strike's kinda going crazy. Like, it's not bad. Maybe we should be running it. That's coming from what? Here? Yeah. That's my Vampiric Strikes. And then what, I guess what would you run instead? Life from Death? Mason. Should count on healing extension, right? He doesn't have it. That's unfortunate. I don't remember if it shows up in the logs or not, but I'm gonna have him run it on the off chance it does. Because my thinking is that having Vampiric Presence all the time is better than healing allies in an area when you exit Shroud, because this only happens once every 25 seconds. And increased healing to other allies is not an increase to barrier. Increasing healing to other allies does not increase the amount of barrier that you give. It only increases the amount of healing that you give. And we actually don't give much healing. Is that what you've... Is that what you've been running, Mason? I'm trying to oh wait, I do. Never mind. I'm blind. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't see your Vampiric Strikes on Arc, but they're just not top damage. Yeah, we're good. It was there. I just didn't see it. I did 7,500 damage with Vampiric Strikes. It was 17% of my total damage. Yeah. Yes. But we should all be Minstrel at this point. Selly is not worth running. You don't get enough spike to warrant the loss of barrier. He also doesn't have the healing extension, but that's fine. Just gonna roll small barrier here. Yoinky's into them. We're not blowing any big cooldowns here. Now we blow big cooldowns. Wells breaching as well. I'm breeding. Maybe I helped? I don't know. I can't tell. You have Wells 15. Just get an axe again. Get ready. 10 seconds, yeah. I want shades back as well. I don't think I'm gonna have time. Well, I might. So if we put one shade down, like, here, I think they'll push. And then we'll put a second one, like, here. And then they're gonna push off that, and then we pop it. That should work out reasonably well. Pulling on them? I tried. I'll give you a little bit of a trail here. And then I need to swap. Strip. See if you can convert any of these. You have breach up. I'm gonna hold that though. Breaching on us. Breaching, breaching, breaching. we don't have anything for blue. We need to pull all the way off this. You have wells. Pulling on tail. Holding wells. They're far. I'm gonna bury this just in case they turn. Good dome, good dome, good dome. Great dome even? Great dome. Oh, they're turning? Wells. Whew, this is gonna be a good bomb. Nightfall on you. Pull into it. I think I maybe helped convert that. Here, have some small barrier. I need to be in party view. I need to be able to see my support. Okay, there we go. And honestly, like, much better on strips than we were when we played this last Wednesday? Last Friday? Whenever the last time was that we played Support Scourge. Doing way better on strips than we were because we remembered to prioritize Unholy Feast as like the weapon skill that you want to make sure you're pressing. Damage does not matter. I'm not even looking at the damage window. I'm Minstrel, man. I'm only looking at strips, and like cleanses are kind of interesting. He's probably DCing, yeah. Goodbye, Zik. I'll DM it to you later. After we're done with the raid, remind me. Yeah, Arc DPS healing extension should pop it up. It's not like your main job. I can still see barrier in Arc, but I am kind of curious what the raw heals look like, because Vampiric Presence should contribute quite a bit to it. But then we could compare it with stuff like Vampiric Signet or... Well, actually, no, you'd never do that. You keep Sandflare on. Never mind. You probably don't need to get it. Thanks, Lithy. Interesting plays. He's malnourished. Lol, lol, he's malnourished. Cannon, left cannon isn't built, but it could be the right cannon. Good plan, good plan. Commander, I'm so chilled. Pulling him. So lucky. Cannon's not dead yet. It might die to Condi's. It's not going to. I wish I had a pole. I thought that cooldown was longer. Breaching, circle, breaching. I can only afford to get 2 shades off here. We're gonna be low on strips here. You can tell. That's only the first time we cast X3. Yeah, that's low. That's pretty low. What are you talking about? blue slowly wrapping around tail. Maybe they'll let us get in. Maybe they're interested in the PPT. You think? Oh, I'll get on. Sorry, I'll get on Akata. No, I'll help. I can do it. Red is stacked inside gate, by the way. Yeah. Watch for that triple veil push out. No. Well, I don't have LT, so it's fine. I told you they were going to let us break in, man. You didn't believe me. We're so vulnerable here. Like, we could get pushed at any moment. You guys want to go uppies, by the way? I'm going uppies. Okay, there's people upstairs. I'm coming back. I would be up there, by the way. Tyrion took it. I'm gonna pull on this. I went into the wall. 19. I have an insane idea. I don't think they're gonna let me do it, though. Alright, you ready? I'm about to play some video games. Do not take this. Do you want to port up or just pull? Okay, let me know when. Okay, going up. Yes! Gaming! Breaching left, breaching left, breaching left. Here's your next source of barrier. $15 on portal. They're stealthed on us? He's going into the water. I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah. No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just get into the water and then we can spear away. Zoom. So what was the actual plan? That was not the plan. That was not the plan. The plan was sand swell up. I wanna, if we ever wind up in that exact same spot again, I wanna try something. I wanna try to sand swell up, cast GS5, and then while the GS5 claws are out, I wanna take the portal back down and see if it will pull them down the hill. It'd be so good. I could, well, no, because I would need the guard to be like on the ground floor. But like, if you can do that, I mean, it has a max range on the weapon, but I don't know if it'll fizzle out if you move out of the max range of the weapon. That's what I want to find out. I'm gonna get myself killed once or twice trying this, but I think I can try it. Just wait, Mew. If I pull this off, it's gonna be the clip of the century. Nobody ever thought that he could game this hard until he did. I could try the same thing with Spectral Walk, but that's less fun. But you're right. Alright, fine. Where the hell Spectral Walk live again? Here it is. Alright, I'm gonna go try it on this Mesmer. No, they're gone. I want to play video games so bad right now. Bags may be coming. I'm gonna have to put trail on for this. It's gonna be an actual fight. No, man, I'm going. Oh, I can't. I'm in combat. He's good. This is a decent enough combat angle. Pulling. Immunes. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, he's pulling all the way off this. You guys can have a little bit of barrier. Come on, just get me out of combat. Come on. Your tail is long. They're gonna try and push out. We need to rip wounds like right there. And then pull on it. Yeah, they all walk through our wells. They're not gonna really have much left at all there. Yum, 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 yum. Breaching. This is interesting. I'm just gonna chill here if that's cool. So if you don't know, you have to dodge. Or, sorry, not dodge. You have to jump that wall. This here, you can't walk across this. Well, actually you can. If you go the wide way around, you can, but this ledge here, you have to jump. So if you don't jump, you have problems. Well, I'm not gonna hit much with that. They might veil. They are veil turning. They came in the tail. Alright, so then we just push back here. I don't have a ton to give on this push, but I can give you like a little bit of barrier. Yoink. Okay, now, I need to get out of combat. I need to put Spectral Walk on. I'm not going to get out of combat here, that's for sure. Fearing. You can live this time. It's a different boys. Yeah, it's a different boys. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm going for the long pull. No. Yeah, the claws have a max range. They despawned after a certain point. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Son of a bitch. That would have been so much more fun if it worked. Oh well. Now I can actually put this off and stop trying to get myself killed to explore game mechanics. Sometimes it's important to learn. Oh, sure thing's not in chat. There was a rare compliment paid to Pig. I was gonna let him know what it was, but he's not here to receive it. Oh well. now he'll never know. There's a banner up here. If you come out, you might die and lose the banner. If you stay inside, you'll always have the banner. I can give you guys some barrier to help you out. There, you can have a big barrier here. Dodging 1, dodging 2. Have another shade. Breaching on you. If I pull some of them down like that, that's great news for us. Keeps them split. Good pull. I need a pretty significant amount of barrier here. You have wells up, wells up, wells up. Wells on tail. I need to pull into our spike. It's a bunch of invulns, but it's fine. It rips one stack of stab. And now they're gonna have a lot less going on in that spot where all my shades are. Well, well, well. We're chilling. When we dropped here, we had no... No, we're getting mortared. When we dropped here, nobody had any stability, and you could feel it. I wasn't able to stand anywhere safely. Your stability is gone, friend. Do you know that you're in danger? Oh, you're so lucky. Oh, I almost had him. We had one person get pulled down. Yeah, you have a portal coming. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try it again if his Aegis gets broken. Never mind, we're done. I can't, I'm in combat, I can't go up. Hang on, let me go fix something quick. Alright, now I'm prepared to just be a nuisance to people on walls. They think they're so safe up there. Oh, get out here. He's gonna make it back in. He's running too many blinks. He was ready for the smoke. This guy is not, though. Well, it's different guy, different guy, different guy. This doesn't give... It does give barrier to people. Okay, I can leave this on. You know what? Sandswell might be better than Trail. Let me look at something quick. No, it's not better, but it's close. Anyone on the walls? Good pull, good pull. Well done. Alright, now they're like, oh, pull's not up. Ah, they're too far. I was going to. They're too far. Yeah. I'm waiting. Got him. Nice stab, idiot. I mean, good game. He missed blinked? Holy! That's crazy. It's okay, he'll come back. It looked like a blink up the hill, yeah. Abdu is really unlucky that that was recorded, huh? I might clip that later and then we can take a closer look at it, yeah. It's really, like, normally lag moves you in a random direction. It's really weird that his lag moved him directly back onto stack. Like, literally into the geometric middle of the red group. Both cannons up and oil. Fishing minigames? I love polls so much, man. People tell you that you can't fish in World versus World. You can. You just have to be a Necro and use a greatsword. And then you can fish and catch to your heart's content. Alright, cannons are dead. You want pulls on the portal? Okay, that's a couple gone. Pulls 10, pulls 10, pulls 10. I think they might have pushed out. I don't see them anymore. No, they're right there. Okay. Pulls up, by the way, if you want portal pull. Going for it. Okay, never mind. That's really unfortunate timing. Here, have barrier. That's going to be a really dicey portal for anyone who takes it. What a scuffed fight. I don't feel like I deserve to live through that. I played that exceptionally poorly. Breaching. Pulling into breach. I have nightfall. Blue moving to dock. Look at crew. You see crew, you see crew? Okay. Do you know this wall is down? Commander? Do you know this wall is down next to you? I need trail for this. I need to go my party barrier for that. Pulls into it. Nightfall into it. Come on, push me. Push through my nightfall. Eh, they're kind of doing it. Arrow barrier. I have wells on the portal. We'll catch a couple people here. This guy's turning the mortar. Never mind, he gave up. I can get this, even though I'm minstrel. I can't get that. Breaching. This is going to be the greatest Sandstorm Shroud you've ever seen. Pulling downstairs, pulling downstairs. Blue close. Alright, they can't push into that, it's too hot. Well's up, but I think mine are desynced. Never mind. Okay, we have to be pumping on strips at this point. Surely. That was a great rotation. Oh, who almost got me? You have Wells 15. That was not good on strips. Well, we were in combat for like 2 minutes, so maybe it was fine. Tail might need help a bit. You're losing a couple people in tail. This is interesting. Emergency waypoint has been pulled. Julie, portal coming. Here you go. Okay. Well. Take me back to this. Take me back to this. Man, I love Scourge portals. Anytime I get the opportunity to do that, I'm gonna take it. I hope they never fix that interaction. It's actually like a fun skill game. Ahoy, what's up, mouse? How you doing? Bags halfway across bridge. Pulling this alley. Oh! Almost. You gonna drop? Ooh, unlucky. Ooh, unlucky. Toxie got pulled. The pulls are crazy tonight. There's so much random cloud in here just yoinking people. They're dropping. I'm just gonna chill here if that's cool with you. Breaching on you. They're gonna explode here if we have any damage. Any damage at all? No. Holy cow. That should have been the easiest bomb of all time. Pulling. Got some. This is a safe place to Gravedigger. I'm not in danger. I'm not owned. I'm not owned. They're dropping. I have nothing for this, by the way. I'll simply be dying. Not enough stability to get us through that. Woof. Nice pull attempt. I've been learning tonight. You're gonna see some interesting pull technology on this stream. Some of it works and some of it does not. But we're out here, man. We're trying. We got heart. How was that last fight on strips? How was the fight before that on strips? Okay. Arc is lying to me. I was not at 0. I must have fallen out of combat. Leaving you a lurk. Have a good night. Thanks, Elrenia. Hope you had a good one. Necro pulls iffy on the best of days. I mean, if you know what terrain works, it's actually pretty reliable. But unless you've pulled on that terrain before, there's no real telling what it'll do. Graves are up, Commander. Graves. Graves are up. Okay. Tyrion's pulling them? Wait, is this Tyrion? Yeah, this is Tyrion. Yeah, it's like their backup commander. GS and Spectral Grasp. Spectral Grasp is reliable. Spectral Grasp is just if you can draw a line between you and the enemy, it will grab them. It's straight line. It doesn't follow the ground. GS5 follows the ground, which makes it wonky. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know. When I have an example, I'll show you. Above a gate is a good example. Like, you can't pull someone who's above a gate with GS5, because the GS5 will, like, pass over the gate. It's reliable until Reflect becomes a thing. Not if you're using it on Reaper, because then you just make them unblockable. Like, Spectral Grasp is dicey to use on non-Reaper, but if you're using Reaper with nothing can save you, you just punch through Ages. They're gonna come around this corner? Yes. Pulling in front. There's a lot of them. Oh no, all the mechs. Oh no. Unlucky. It does nothing? Like, good pull, but it doesn't do anything. That's gonna be a really tight choke to push through. I'm gonna leave all these shades behind. And then I'm gonna roll the sandstorm there. That's a really bad grab well. I need to leave. Pulling in front. Nightfall. You have Wells 10. Wells 10. I didn't have stab for it. Goodbye. I am completely at the mercy of my Firebrand there. Like, if I don't have stab, I'm not getting through it. The downsides of being a Scourge. If you've got Trail on cooldown, your life is, like, in the hands of the people around you. Reflect makes it turn into a kamikaze leap. Yeah. Like, if I can't make it unblockable, I don't use it. It's too hard tracking where the projectile is going to go and where reflex exist. But if you have nothing can save you, or you have like a warrior to dump a staff 3 on you or something, then it becomes a lot more consistent. It sounds like it's going well for him in there. They tanking though. Arrow barrier. I don't trust my Firebrand ever again, so I will be using only my own personal stability. Pulling on that tail, get back into my spike. Oh, it's so many blocks, man. Breaching on downs, breaching on downs, breaching here. There we go. There we go. I did not think I would get that. I'll take it though. No shade on FTO, but there's a reason you don't play Necro anymore. I would ask you to elaborate because I'm not familiar, but you don't have to if you don't want. During the beginning of the support meta, they needed DPS, so you're stuck on Reaper. But Reaper's not damage, though. Like, even an average Hollowsmith will beat a Reaper on damage. Just bring, like, Hollow, Zerk, or DH. Or just play Power of Art. Do not play Power of Art. Do not do this. Graves not up again. Graves takes so long, man. You are approaching the tower. Dude, he's actually... Yeah, you've almost got the valley. No, it was pretty good. You have Kining for FA like 6 months ago. Yeah. You got out ahead of what feels like a Kining exodus. With Indo gone, who else is there besides FTL? Blue, right? Yes, we're on blue. Of course Bully likes him. Bully only plays 50s meta and, like, pin-snipes people to win these days. Because he's got the what's-his-name hero came out of retirement. Yeah. No, Fumito's fine. Alright, RV. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. RV is here. This is gonna be a problem. Alright, let's see how this Condi meta is. Wells here. Spike here. Pulls here. Breaching on downs. I need to get to that transfuse. I've been pulled in. I'll be fine. Easy. We have like 50 people on us, but yeah. Hold on. How big are we right now? 28? 28. We 28 BTW. No greens. Smiley face. I'll find out. I just whispered him. I said we 28, no greens. He says 27. It is evens. And it wasn't bad, it's his fan club that's the problem. You're stealing takes from my channel. I've been saying that for, well, like as long as I've known Indo. It's realistically. Like, he's fine, but his community gets a little wild from time to time, and there's not a lot of, like, moderation in place to curtail drama that gets started. So... Enemy players 34 according to my FightBot. Yeah, it's part of the comp. It's part of the comp. Ink. This RV group is the group that we want to test Demon Queen against. Pulling up top. Thank you. I can get that Zerker. I cannot get that Zerker. I tried to get that Zerker. Come on, jump on the ledge. Come on. I didn't think that would work. I got one. Holy. Nice, nice, nice. Pull 8 seconds. This is an interesting spot right here. They have to drop into this ring, right? Or they could just lose the objective? Yeah, okay, they could just lose the objective. Blue and choke as well. That's why they didn't engage. They saw that RV was here. So we got two groups to watch. We need to watch red, we need to watch blue. I wish I had pull up. I wish I had it. It's those fatherless people that tend to follow him. Your words, not mine. That lord had RI and they pulled it. That's unlucky. I wish I still had my pull though. Someone will take care of that. Pulling up to never mind, 3 seconds. Barrier, pushing up to right. See how many we catch. That's a bunch of people who just refuse to dodge. Clear this out. And now they're gonna walk into RV without like 15 people. Alright, RV has killed the rest of them. You have Wells 20. This is gonna be sketchy. They're veiled. Small barrier. 10. Five. I got some. Wells up. Wells on transfuse. Pulling in front. Oh, okay. Video games. This guy's just chilling with Vengeful Hammers on, man. You want to join a fight guild on FA that runs more than the weekend and Monday? I would highly suggest... Like, I don't suggest that people join K&T. Because I like keeping my role in K&T and my role as a streamer is, like, distinct things. It's weird overlap if people who watch me on Twitch are also like, I want to join your guild. Because I'm actually just, like, a guy in K&T. Who I would suggest you do join is, if you run earlier NA, I would join Bomb. And if you run later NA, I would join Poor. Those are groups that will run during the weekdays. They're reasonably fight-oriented. Bomb is going to be a little smaller. They're going to be like 10 to 15. But they've got a good community. They're a fun group of guys. And then Poor runs a bit later, which is all the people from BB who wanted to get more serious about fighting. Yeah, transfuse isn't great at getting people back up. It's just good at like moving to the same place so other people can get them up. You think you're leaving BB? It seems like they're going through a transitionary period. I've been skimming their chat channels, and it seems like they're kind of frustrated with some of the current design elements of World versus World, which is like fine, and it's their prerogative. I'm sure they'll come back into it when or if those things get changed. But you should always join the guild that's like the best fit for your own playstyle, you know? I don't tend to put a lot of stock in things like guild loyalty or anything like that. Because it's a game. You should be doing what's fun for you. Not what's best for the group of other people that you play with, necessarily. It's like if it's not a good personality fit, or it's not the kind of game that you want to play, or, you know, any of that kind of stuff, don't worry about it. Just bail. It's also kind of feeling like Condi isn't very good when you're outnumbered. Which brings me a little bit of joy. Loki have no loyalty in the game? I mean, some loyalty is earned through the virtue of the way that you carry yourself. That's over 30 blue now at Gary. Lols. What's on green BL, though? Who's on green? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the part that I like about the fight guilds, and it's also the thing that I'm always having to try to explain to people who don't spend a lot of time zerging, and are like, why don't Zerg guilds just go to Fight Island? Why don't they just go to EOTM? Why don't they just, like, go to their own special arenas and fight there? And it's because the fun part of playing in a fight guild that does open world is the chaos and the randomness. Like, some nights you're good, some nights you're bad, some nights the enemy fights are good, some nights the enemy fights are bad. Some nights you just wind up in like a weird position because you were trying to do plan A and then an enemy group shows up. It's always like just chaotic, and it's different every single time you play. And the reason that, like, I'll do GVGs if I can do the time commitment to it, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world to do, because the arena's always the same. The fights are always the same. You have a set start, you have a set engage that you do, you're like blast smokes, we're going to engage with reveals, we're going to open on this player in 3, 2, 1. Like, it's always kind of the same, and I just get bored doing the same thing for too long. Open field is different like every single fight, and I like that aspect of it. Yeah, objectives have interesting movement positioning options, all of that stuff. This cannon build site needs to go. You can't pull me. You can't pull me. I'm safe. You can't pull me. I'm not owned. I killed your cannon. I'm not owned. There's nothing you can do about it. A burn guard is legitimately good right now. Ruthless also said we weren't ever going to use Barrier Scourge, and here I am playing Barrier Scourge, so give it like a year and a half after SA Firebrand is like old news, and then we'll probably start playing it. We said a lot of shit. Pulling up the stairs? Trying to, anyway. Block? I got one, though. Good veil. Breaching on you, breaching. My pull didn't go off. Well, now I have it. I can get this down. I can get this down. I cannot get that down. That's tanky. That's real tanky. It's a bad gravel. I needed some of those skills to go off. Thanks for the keg. It's a lot of boxes to get out of that fight. That has to have been a keg. Always find it funny pulling a chrono. Well, they never expected. Good blocks. I don't really have a ton of options here. I think they're going to roll through us here, so I'm going to drop a breach and hope they push into the tail. Oh, that's my breach. You're currently in my breach. You're very low. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. I did this as well. This is me. This is me. Alright, we can just cleave here. You have Wells 5. Dude. You have Wells up, but I'm holding it. Nightfall on you. Mini well. Where's this transfuse? No, bags is fine. We like bags. They are not a big blob fucking guild. They've also never done anything to disrespect you, like not fight. The one that kicked you out of his Discord. Grim? Are you thinking of Grim? Yeah, Grim purges every relink, so. Grim is Grim. It's Grim from Grim. Pulling up top again. I got a lot. Oh, they were ready for the dodge. Nice, they're finding more people. Alright, we're getting closer to even numbers. Let's go. Goodbye, Kami. Just missed Kami. He's gonna be really low on support, though. I can't commit into that on him. It's way too hot in there. It's so fucking hot. Breaching. Never mind, I'm caught. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, that's a really bad engage from us. Like, Bomb wasn't paying attention, and then Kami wasn't paying attention. We burned a ton of support, and then just got folded. So far, the Condi meta does not feel particularly scary. Like, RV's a really good group, is the problem. So it's not like, well, we're getting rolled by RV, we lost a fight to RV, or we're wiping RV, it's easy, it's easy. Nice fights, you're at Ender Raid? Yeah, it was a good time. Thank you for not adding to the fight that we had with RV underneath the wall. We appreciate it. Wall came down. I'm putting him in combat. Good blink. You wanted to see who would win? I mean, we're like 10 bigger than they are right now, so it's hard to say. Now you get to find out who wins even after you're done playing, though. They're around corner left side. One of the most useless pulls of all time. But I felt great doing it. Alright, we chill here. I want one more X2 X3 to go out. Breaching circle. That's gonna be pretty bad. I need to give barrier here. I would really love... Oh, it's not ready. I need a Nightfall there. I'm gonna pass away. I'm gonna pad with his swells. Like, we're done, but I want to show up on the meters. Bags is here! Jerry! Jerry, send me a spawn. Jerry! 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 Send me to spawn! Thank you. Thank you. Yeet. That was a bad GS5 at the start, by the way. If you saw that and you're like, holy cow, he pulled 3 people. They just kind of like walked through us and then went to where I pulled them, and it didn't do anything. It mildly inconvenienced them, and I just did it because I thought it would be funny. I need to have more GS5 discipline for these fights. Enemy player 64. That's only because I ran into red, though. I said okay. It's a lot of RV plus 2s. Bags tag down, so I don't know who they're following right now. You nearly died for me, I hope you're happy. In retrospect, you could have just let RV send me back to spawn, but I appreciate the dedication. Just tell them to sit 10 now that we don't have a sidecar anymore. They're a GVG guild, they understand. Dude, they love sitting. Yeah, I'm scrolling up to see the last time I whispered H about this. Okay, so at 10:07, I whispered him to say that he felt too small. It is now 10:27. I'm going to whisper him to say he's too big. Get your shit figured out. Like, come on. We're trying to do respectful evens, man. Read the room. That's a ton of gamers. Too bad BB tag down. Autoing my downstate with Minstrel. Look, honestly, dude, I've been, like, Ghastly Claws, even Minstrel. Gravedigger, even Minstrel. I've actually had agency to down players tonight. The auto attack might not do it, but the stuff that spikes hard on Reaper still does enough damage on Scourge that you can pick somebody who's at, like, 30%, and you can be like, I am going to kill this player. And then you do. Which is not something that I'm used to experiencing on other Minstrel professions, like... i.e. Firebrand, which just can't do anything. Got a couple. I transfused a couple. I wish I had CPC for that, man. These are the times that I really would like to have CPC. These are the fights. These are the fights I need to be playing Reaper for. Actually, we're gonna win anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. Never mind. Minstrel Scourge might just be good enough by itself. Oh, I thought I was going to be so clever with Corrosive Poison Cloud, Demon Queen Reaper. And in those fights where we're just trying to grind in place, we'd get run over, and then I'd be like, I have the solution, and I'd get to be the hero, and everyone would love me. But it turns out that Barrier Scourge is just good enough. This is why when I tell people that I'm not good at theory crafting, they should believe me. They reflected my GS5? What do you mean I didn't have anything to do with this? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did, yeah. Pulling. That's interesting. That's an interesting engage. Did I pull you? That looked like a leap. Jerry, can we get a live look into what the plan was for that fight? Did I do this, or did your commander do this? Wells 5. They'll be up. Wells are up. Entered for the final push. It looked like the first push. Viridian should be asking you if you want to do evens without bomb. Okay. Well... I'm not gonna pull here, I'm just gonna give barrier. Now I'll pull. This is dangerous. I'd like to roll as much barrier as possible. We lost a lot of people on that. Breaching left, breaching left, breaching left. Oh, I wasted my X3. That's pretty bad. Bleh. A bag of loot. Hang on. I got it. I got the bag of loot. I'm good. We secured the bag of loot. Commander, now that we're grinding on downs but we can't convert the downs, can I try the Reaper for a fight or two? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna do it anyway, though. I just want to know... No, I'm not going to. There's too many variables going on right now. Way too many variables to actually tell what's effective and what's not. If we slim down and we drop bomb and they drop Pog, then I might. But these fights feel winnable currently, just playing Minstrel Scourge. Hello? That's both. That's all your dodges wasted? Oh, never mind. You're a thief. You're gonna have a ton. Nevertheless. Yee. Wise man said you can do anything with a map queue. Have I seen Kandi meta in open field? I'm seeing it right now. Look at this shit. I'm getting Kandied as we speak. I'm gonna go get in combat. I love getting in combat. I'm placing myself in combat. I'm scared. I'm turning. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I was so brave, but no longer. I'm gonna start an axe so I'm not tempted to like waste shitty greatsword 5s at the start of a fight. I'd rather waste shitty X3s like that. They're gonna veil and drop onto us. I saw it. No, they're gonna hit the tail. They're gonna try and kill Tyrion. This would be an okay pull, but I don't want to get locked in greatsword if they push down. I also want my third shade back. They're gonna turn back on this, so I want shades like here, here, wells here. Now that the axe is out, I can nightfall here. I'd like to leave, please. Please, I'd like to leave. Oh my god, the Kandis. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm seeing Kandi meta in open field right now. Any res? Anyone? I'm up? Holy. Now what? Oh, it's IOL. That's fine. I can barrier. I'm not afraid of that. Just wait for the barrier to start ticking, and then we do a little bit of that, and then it should clear. Yeah, there we go. Let me see if I can bully this Scourge. No, goodbye. Is it just RV running it so far? In open field, yeah. In open field, the only people I've seen running it is RV, and then, like, well, it depends on what you mean by Kandi comp, right? Like, there's a ton of people running Shattered Aegis Firebrand, which is, like, Kandi adjacent. You're a major component of damage, and your major component of damage on Firebrand is burning. But as far as, like, actually comping for Kandi, beyond just being like, I'm gonna run Shattered Aegis Firebrand, the only people I've seen doing it is RV. If you're just talking, like, who up shattering they Aegis, Indo's running it, Goddle's running it, Bane is running it, there's a couple other groups that are running it that just want to cleave it. Yeah. But I don't know, like, would you say that just Shattered Aegis and then, like, a normal power spike comp otherwise is actually Kandi? Because, like, RV's got 3 or 4 Reapers in there. They're Kandi Reapers. They're not Power Reapers. Everything is Kandi for them, as far as I'm aware. Nah, not really. Then, yeah, I think RV's the only group running Kandi meta right now, then. Yeah, I think I'm in that same camp, where Shattered Aegis is fine. I don't think it's, like, unanimously better than Minstrel Firebrand, but... You're welcome for Kandi meta. What do you mean? I would never encourage people to play this. I like a small number of large numbers, not a large number of small numbers. Wait, what? Oh, I see it. China would never allow this meta. I don't know. What if you just, like, rolled Kandis? That's a pretty bad pull. What if you, like, rolled Kandis but stood in place? Preaching. I'll be leaving. Goodbye. I'm out. I'm gone. Peace. You guys good back here? No. That's chaos. I'm out. I don't want anything to do with what's going on in my tail right now. China meta is permanent immobilization, and you can't clear it or get rid of it with resistance. Whenever you... Okay, here's an idea for a bonus week. You guys ready for this sick idea for a bonus week? When you enter combat, you have immobilization placed on you, and it can't be cleared, and it can't be counteracted by resistance. And then when you exit combat, the immob is cleared. How about that one? You think that would be fun, or like not really so much? I think it'd be fun. I think I would have a fun time in that bonus week. Just 50 F1s. Or would you run like max range comp and be like fucking Deadeyes and Rangers with them 1500 range auto attacks? Because like if you put someone in combat at 1500 and then they can't hit you back, don't you just like automatically win? What do you think about that one? That seems pretty good. Just double cast barrage and then auto attack people. Dude, this sounds like a sick meta now that I'm thinking about it. Where's Senna? Is Senna here to take notes on this? I might have to write this one down. This is a good one. Alright, let's try and focus up a little bit here and get a good fight in. Start an axe so I'm not tempted by greatsword. Also, make sure my wells are coming out faster. Because like when he calls wells, they gotta be down immediately. We're just gonna dodge that, don't get caught on the tree. I hope that's not my firebrand. No, it's my cleanses. That's bad. Yikers. According to sources, SF, Gal, and Boys are swapping to Condi. That source sounds like somebody who plays on Anvil Rock. That source sounds like one guy who talked to Sunny and Manda and Dag today. EU not doing Condi shit. Okay, I'm hearing conflicting sources. Is AR becoming the Condi cancer server? Possibly. AR is going to be, I don't want to say an unpleasant server to fight, but with Indo there and 3 guilds that all run Condi, that doesn't sound like a place that I want to spend a lot of time around. It seems like a recipe for not having fun playing a video game. Senna! Did you get here early enough to hear the new idea for the bonus week? You want to hear the new bonus week technology? Literally just now? Perfect. Okay, hang on a minute. Just hold on a second. We need to follow this transfuse. That should be in breach range? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, good pull! I did this. This was me. Minstrel Scourge did this. Well, it's 15, Ruthless. I'm gonna strip it now before they move. Wells down. I need to get to my commander. That's lost. That's too many people gone. Okay, the insane bonus week idea is when you enter combat, you are immobilized. The immobilized cannot be cleansed. It cannot be negated with resistance. And it only clears when you leave combat. Yeah? No? You think Roy would be interested in that one? What? What do you mean, what? Anytime you're in combat, you're immobed, and you can't clear the immob except for getting out of combat. Yeah, I'll pass it along. Perfect. Sounds great. This code for it isn't getting shared to anyone. That's fine. I'll do it myself. Roy's in my DM somewhere. I can go direct to the source. I can drink from the eternal fountain. I'm curious if we can figure out enabling a bonus week for just partner accounts. That's toxic. Please don't bully streamers. Streamers work hard. They deserve... I can't finish it. I can't finish the sentence, man. It's too... it's too false. Be down for a random squad when it gets mowed every 5 seconds week. How about a bonus week where everybody's a MOA all the time, and then MOA Signet and toss Elixir X or whatever the MOA throw is on Engie, restores you to your normal character for the duration of the skill. So like everyone's MOAs all the time, but then if you MOA an enemy commander, they just become a normal guy for 6 seconds. You can call it Polymorph Guy instead of Polymorph Moa. Give me an axe. I'm too tempted by GS5 tonight. This is actually a good pull opportunity. Wells, Trail. Breaching. That's a transfuse. Fear people off the transfuse? Maybe fear him off the hill? Maybe I will become feared myself? It's so condied. Oh my god. I should have this. We should be fine here. I'll fear him. Yeah, I wanted to try the... I don't know who the first pull was, but that was pretty good. I don't feel like it's necessary. Uh-oh. Now we're fine. I don't feel like it's necessary to run CPC if our spike is making through them anyway. Like, if we're just able to follow their transfuse train, we don't actually need the poison. It's not... They're not getting people up fast enough for us to spike through their hand res game. So... And also, I could just do this shit on Scourge. Like, I could just run CPC right now, and then I could switch to Demon Queen instead of whatever I've got on, which I think is Flock. Yeah. I could just switch off that so we have slightly less barrier. The problem is I'm terrified to take Trail of Anguish off, which means we'd probably drop Serpent Siphon, and Serpent Siphon's really good. That's gonna be a dodge. That's the second pull. Here, have some barrier. They're gonna cut this way. Prep it. Cottontail. I need to get barrier out. I got pulled way deep. Folded. Yeah. Oh, hey, Kyoshi. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, because same as here mowing everyone, so they're going to be pulling magnets. It just turns into like degen fights. Ruthless, can I try using Poison Reaper yet, or do you need us to stay on Barrier Scourge? Okay. Yeah, I feel like it could help to break them apart, but it also feels like if we don't have the barrier, people are just gonna fucking die because they're not dodging. So. I don't know, maybe, you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will be the hero. Demon Queen. Demon Queen. Scourge does not have as many poison sources as Reaper does. But it has some. And then I guess I could do this. And that would be fine. So we're basically sacrificing like a ton of strips. Asura Racial Radiation Field, I looked at it already. It pulses every 3 seconds is the problem. So it's not as good as it looks on the surface. 3 seconds per pulse is really bad. I'd rather take CPC, which pulses every second for 8 seconds. Am I lagging tonight? 0 lag. None lag detected. Oh, I bet they don't know about the portal technology. Right now, there's only like 2 people there. Okay. Now we'll do it. Son of a... They're gonna pull back off, I think. Oh, they tried. Too bad it's not our portal, dummy. I love this spot. They have pushed out the gate. You should be able to go through an enemy portal if pulled. Genius idea for farming defense events. They're like right here. People just not paying attention or what? Yeah, like, people were not awake for that, I think. Fine, I'm chilling. If only people were communicating these things ahead of time instead of after the fight's over. It's not my problem. I'm just like a guy. I'm not even in his party. Put me in there. I'll give you barrier. Get me in there. I'll tell Viridian right now, and then I'll read the whisper out. Where is he? Oh, he is. He probably is, yeah. Oh, he doesn't know that Ruthless is commanding on a different account. Hey, please don't push when our firebrand is busy talking about stuff from real life. That's not fair to us. Disrespectful, TBH. Okay, I told Viridian no that was a very disrespectful push and that we should win that fight. Because he lacked honor. That's true. That's pretty true. Good veil, dodge 1, dodge 2, people need barrier here. Wells, CPC, there's gonna be downs in that stack. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. I don't feel it in my bones? There's actually nothing there. Breaching on you. Yeah, we got super split there. We got super duper split. I'm thinking. Nah, I'm gonna die to this. Yeah, tell him. I did. I let him know. Please, kill me. Kill me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just kidding. It's alright, good Aegis. Good Aegis. I tried. I'm surprised that we're still doing fine on strips. That's interesting, given that we aren't running Axe anymore, which should be like all of our strips. I actually kind of like having staff on for condies, because we can dump them all with 4. Like if we get condi loaded, we can just, you know, I don't know, I have to focus. Hang on a minute. Hang on. As soon as I see condies, man, I'm going. Like right there? Yeah. Get rid of all that shit. Fear, Nightfall, pull on down. Rip, barrier. I got pulled in as well. I'm dead. I could rally. I could still rally. I did not rally. This feels like he's dying kinda early here, but I assume there's just a lot of pin snipe from the random players around him. Did they break the gliders? What meta does Boyd live in? Bag of loot. Yum. Sorry, Rabbit. I had a bag of loot on the ground. I just had to go grab it. I didn't mean to startle you. I saw you diving after me. Okay. I assumed that you were concerned about my well-being. I didn't know you were just auto-running. That's fair. They're starting to get to small. Let's break ages. Break ages. Annoy people with fears. That's gonna be bad. Alright, I'll be fine. I'm gonna CPC here ahead of time. Just so it can, like, cut down on some of the healing that they generate, maybe? That's fine, I'll just chill here. Is Stat 4 really every Condi? No, it's only 3. What in the world? Like, I had 6, 7 Condis on my bar, and I used Stat 4 and they all went away. I must have gotten cleansed at the same time. Damn, he leaping like crazy. That's Senna. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can do it. Get back here. No, I missed. You're so lucky. I was gonna do it. Yeah, get him out of here. That's a veil. Dodge. Well, people are living through the first dodge, at least. Yeah, we don't really have a spike anymore. Which is a problem. Immune! How did you know? You gotta have stat for stomps. Come on, brother. I'm gonna force you to play well. Show me that you're good and I will allow you to stomp me. No, Boyd is not in comms. Please do not spend support abilities on Boyd. It does feel like until our damage spike shows up again, though, that this is kind of a waste. I'm gonna have to restat select my axe and my focus. Oh. 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 I gotta make ascended weapons, man. I can't be doing this shit all the time. I could, well, no, Blight's not gonna be very good. Just give me nullification energy. I was gonna say I could still run Blight, but I don't actually think that it's gonna be that good, like just Blight itself. How does the KD ratio work in the World versus World stats panel? World versus World stats panel. Sure, we could just go DPS Reaper. World versus World stats panel? Like, am I crazy? Do I just not know what it is? You mean these? These? What, these are? Alright, Reaper. Reaper. You're on EU, on your server, you have 5 people online, you fought maybe 10 to 20 people, and you got 400 kills for the skirmish. The stats panel here, this stats panel, counts across every map. So that's probably what you're seeing. So you might have had 5 people online on your map and fought 10 to 20 people on your map, but there might have been another map that was more active, and that's where the kills came from. You owned absolutely nothing? Yeah, but like, you didn't own anything because people were busy fighting. It's likely that there was like a hidden tag on a map somewhere that was not interested in flipping any objectives and was just like doing fights. You've owned nothing for 2 hours straight. I mean, like, if you go back and you watch the last hour of this stream, we also haven't taken anything. Like, the map that we just left, Bluebiel, we own 2 camps, and that's it. We spent, like, an hour just fighting outside of spawn. So, if there was a guild on another map that was doing the same thing that we were doing, which is just, like, having organized fights and chilling, then you would see statistics that look like the ones that you're describing, where your team doesn't own anything, you couldn't see anyone, and there were still like 400 kills. Because it would have been a group just off, like, fighting random enemies. Did you see any OJs? Like random open field OJs? No? I'm not sure what else to tell you then. If the World versus World stats panel was broken, I think it probably would have been mentioned by like a bunch of different people by this point. So it sounds like there was probably just a private tag somewhere that didn't want people to join. So they didn't respond when you were asking if there's any groups, because they were kind of doing their own thing. And maybe you didn't see any OJs because they were smaller than 15. Maybe they were doing like 10s. 90% sure that NPC kills go into that KD equation? They do not. That I am sure of. Yeah, dude, 10s. Or even 12s. If you're doing 12s, you won't pop OJs. A lot of people don't want you to know this. It's the ultimate stealth comp. Is to do 12, so you're only 24 combined and OJs never pop on you. The last 2 spots are for, I don't know, reveals. So you've got 2 comped parties, and then you've got like 2 random spellbreakers that are basically just like on their own. 10v10 can get 200 kills in 30 minutes. Yeah, they could if they're fast. If they're fast, they could. But I honestly think what happened is that there was a group fighting, and they would have been generating OJs, and you just didn't see the OJs because you were hopping between all 4 maps. GG's. Yeah, big GG's for RV. I had some stuff that I wanted to try that we didn't quite get around to, but... Wait a minute, am I still in my Reaper equipment template? Why do I have a focus on? Instead, oh, because I put the wrong weapon on, that's why. Because I rebuilt it from scratch because it's legendary. Of course. Well, that's not going to get fixed anytime soon. Because I'm about to be in combat for years, man. Oh, no. Does he know? He does not know. Second pull. He does not know. Thank you. Got him. What the hell? He's a warrior. Someone stealth him. Ah. Yeah, good fights to you guys too. It was good. How'd the fights either even go? Condi nasty? Condi very nasty. We took a couple. The numbers were a little weird for most of them. Like, we started out bigger, and then we took a couple, and then bomb tag down, and then they were a little bigger, and then we had some troubles. It was kind of hard to gauge, but they were good fights. It was good to get the reps in. Either equals either RV. Yeah. Yeah, the fights with RV were really good. I had a nice time. Yeah, I got it, Cairo. I got it. I used context clues to piece it together. Hang on a second. Thanks for the fights. Just hang on a second. This isn't... hang on, there's another group. It's just pig. That should be... oh, 10 seconds still. Here, this is just to save me time. It isn't meant to, like, distill all of the individual GGs into individual GG responses. Just let me, like, get to Lord for safety. GGs. Thanks, RV, for the fights. Smile. Pin. Now, anyone else from RV who joins will see the pin. And then I don't have to read each individual one out myself. Pin. Oh, is it trying to pin from my fucking recording right now? I bet it is. No. Well, I'm gonna hope that it's pinned. I tried. But yeah, it's good fights. How did your runs against boys go? Before you guys were good poll, by the way, Sana, good poll. How'd your rounds with boys go before you came and fought us? Dude, he pulled me. No, don't give me this poor Senna shit. He pulled me first, man. It was very disrespectful. I only intentionally failed to pull him previously. Mowed? Yeah, it's Meat. Meat's just been mowing people tonight because he thinks it's funny. We're mostly just ignoring it. Because it's, like, not that impactful at the end of the day. Thanks for the follow, by the way, J. Billy. Welcome, welcome. He's not gonna be back in time, man. We gonna take this. Go on, die for the ring. You know you want it. What you doing? Yeah, you need to show a note. Damn. Pretty good they had a comp change and it was much more difficult. I heard they are also running Condi now, and also SF is thinking about running Condi, and also Gal is thinking about running Condi. Like, what kind of secret intelligence are you giving to people? You're turning it into a flavor of the month comp. We were just on Blue BL. It's unlucky that we left. Home BL. I thought BB tagged down like an hour and a half ago. What the hell? Oh, okay. That's cheating, man. You can't say that you're tagging down and then just pass tag to somebody else. You didn't tag down. It's like a Ship of Theseus problem. Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, they need to go read about the Ship of Theseus. They're like, we changed who the tag was. Different boat now. Brand new boat. Who dis? It's the same fucking boat. You was told this was impossible? I was also told this. And yet, here we are. The weird thing about the Condi meta is I don't actually know what's brought it on. Like, Sustain and Condi Cleanse feels like it's still as strong as it always has been. Like, Support Scrapper got buffed. Druid had minor nerfs. Tempest had minor nerfs, but not to Cleanse. So, I'm not really sure what is now making Condi so good, besides the fact that, like, Shattered Aegis Firebrand is fine. It feels like if Condi works now as a comp, it should have worked like some time ago and people just didn't bother to run it. Think we were all just wrong for quite a few years? Dude, I love when people are just wrong about stuff and then they're like, I'm gonna try it, and then it turns out to be really good. All these people talking about how the meta's solved, and then you just go try something different, and it turns out it owns. EP proved it a while back about Leap and Melee. I don't know. I don't think Leap Comp was ever, like, necessarily better. It's just better at catching people by surprise. Like, you can kill a lot of groups with Leap Comp just because they don't dodge immediately when they see the veil. So I don't know if Leap Comp was ever good because of Leap Comp, or if Leap Comp was good because Surprise is good. But we knew that Surprise was good from when everyone was running Sneak Gyro. Also, we still know Surprise is good because, like, you still stealth in GVGs. I think players got slower because of Pirate Ship. I also think players got slower because of this melee grind sustain meta. Like, I am the world's greatest Support Scourge hater, despite the fact that I'm playing it now. I've been coerced into playing Support Scourge against my will. And while I do it for my squad, because it's the best choice for my squad, I don't like it. And I don't enjoy being here. Because I think it incentivizes lazy play. Like, you can just roll barrier, and then other people don't need to be as proactive about their dodges. People don't need to be as proactive about their positioning. Because you've got like an extra 7 to 8,000 health, it's just kind of covering off all of the mistakes that you might make with your positioning and your skill usage choices. This is still the wrong weapon. It need to be on Warhorn, not on Torch. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So I think the quad support meta is just making people lazy. I think there's merit to that. You don't have to play World versus World as actively when you have so many support professions behind you keeping your ass alive. That's my personal theory. Please don't feed his ego. No, we feed egos here. I heard that Viridian single-handedly created a new meta with his own 2 hands, and then after he was done, everybody clapped and told him that he was the most important World versus World player. That's what I heard. And you know what's more, is I believe it too. When I heard that story on the internet from many reputable sources, I said to myself, you know what? That's true, and I believe that. I don't think for a second that he didn't like actually craft all of the armor with his own 2 hands for his entire squad. He looked upon his creation and said, "This is garbage." Yeah, but the reason he's had success is because he looked upon his creation and said, "This is garbage," and then used it anyway. And it turned out that actually it was very pogged. Sometimes you can't be afraid to make the hard choices in life. It's where many of our greatest successes lie. For example, I make the choice to use Greatsword 5 like every time it's up. And most of the time it's a bad idea, but every once in a while, it's a bad idea that makes me feel good, because I inconvenienced somebody else. These are our katas. They were made for me. Is it half power? It's slightly more than half power. It's like 3/4 power. Yeah, that'll do. I love PPT, man. What's better than this? Just vibes. Nobody's even saying anything in comms. We're all just enjoying a quiet moment of self-reflection. Experiencing tranquility by lining up the perfect catapult shot. It's truly World versus World, as John ArenaNet intended. All the way back when he constructed the very first arena. 5,500, by the way. It's a nice round number. We're scouted up top by the Mechanist. Kami, that's exactly what I was saying on stream. Is there haven't like been any cleanse nerfs, and there haven't been any Condi buffs, which means this shit probably would have worked a long time ago if people had tried it. Yeah, but it's also like a Condi application nerf, because you can't cast your Condi skills as fast. I don't know. I don't think Alacrity really changed anything, it just made the game mode slower. It's not, but like, that Firebrand build has been around for a year. Like, Shattered Aegis was not buffed recently. You've been able to play that for a long time. Mm-hmm. If you wanted you to fight, then why walls? What if you wanted to fight the wall? Who's that behind me? No, I think that's just a barrage. Bar Saturday just burned videos from 2021. That build is ancient, man. People really looked at Quesadilla posting every single day about how Shattered Ages was a bad skill, and they believed him. Like, they just took a guy on the internet at face value. They're like, I read on the forums that one person thinks Shattered Ages isn't as good as it used to be, and interpreted that as it's not worth running. Extreme Quesadilla psyop. Shattered Ages Firebrand's greatest trick was convincing the world that it didn't exist. And Quesadilla was the mouthpiece. This is my job. I must support all the Andres people. Dog. Dog spotted. Enemy dog. I've heard it's good for your political career to kill dogs. Sorry, I made the same joke on Tuesday. I just thought it was good. I wanted to tell it again. People might not have been here. Okay, do you want me to tell it again? Were you paying attention? Okay, what I said was, I've heard that it's good for your political career to kill dogs. He still didn't laugh. He said he's not from the US. Son of a bitch. How the hell does Ara know who this person is and Kyoshi and Rabbit don't? What the hell? That's pretty true. That's true. That's true. Chronic Reddit use. Yes. Yeah. That's why it's so funny. It depends. It depends on the dog. I feel like if you kill a dog in self-defense, it's probably justified. But I think outside of, like, I'm currently being attacked by a dog and I fear for my life, there's really not a lot of reasons you'd kill a dog. Well, also, like, the dog is really old and suffering. Like, that would be the other reason, but... No, that's not what happened. What happened is she said the dog was bad at hunting and then killed it with a shotgun. This is a completely different equation. Was it her own dog and her own livestock? Damn. Your dog's 13 and started having bowel issues? Yeah. There's reasons. What is going on out here? He's so far. Don't worry, I'll command here. Zick, do you wanna push that untamed? This is I can't reach. It's gotta be a chrono. Yeah, in those cases, like, I don't know. Like, you could still disagree. And people do have disagreements about, like, you know, end-of-life care and things like that, but I've always kind of been a proponent for prioritizing comfort over, like, poor quality of life, but still being alive. But that's one that, like, I'm not... People are allowed to have different opinions on that one, and I'm not gonna fight about it. There's a lot of, like, personal feelings and life experience and stuff that comes into that kind of stuff. I'm also hearing in comms that apparently, like, her dog killed a bunch of her own livestock, which I'll have to read about it. Because in the articles I read, there was not that detail included. It's possible to be wrong. OJ's inner fire, by the way. I don't know if you know this. I'm asking in map to find out who it is, yeah. Dude, how is he so far away? Are you gonna turn? Oh, you're a mob? That's pretty unlucky. Here, come to me. Alright, your life force is gone. I still have many life force, though. We have finally completed this rescue mission. Good marks, good marks, good marks. Okay, but seriously, I respect all moms. Man, I'm proud of Blank's character development. Well, whoever Blank's champion is. Good fear, good fear, good fear. Good shout, good shout, good shout. I'll just chill, literally. Would you like to come over here, please? Unfortunate. Good ages. That group is not large enough to stop us from doing what it is that we're doing in here. And it's still kind of bad. Least favorite lord in the game? Maybe. I think it actually is for me. Yeah. Checked out your Discord and saw the Reaper pull I did against OP. That pull was wild. That one I'm proud of. I'm very proud of that one. I'm gonna be sad when more groups know about the technology of pulling people through their own portal, but right now, when it's only like me and a handful of other people that know that you can do that in the first place, and groups will still just stack on a portal and like AFK and wait to push out, I'm feasting, man. My cup runneth over as long as groups keep stacking on portals. And it feels damn good. It is delicious when it works. But yeah, if you are, like, people who watch stream are special. They get privileged information. The privileged information that you get today is that you need to, like, not AFK on the inside of an objective near a portal if an enemy group outside has necromancers. Because over time, more and more of them are going to know that they can Greatsword 5 you out into their group. And vice versa. If you are watching this and you're a necromancer, I'll show you. I'll show you. We'll do a little quick tutorial, right? We need to get our defense event anyway. Maybe? No. Alright, I'll drop down here and show. Right? That's the wall. Gate's here. This is where the portal is on Inner Firekeep North Gate, right? I move out of it, and I'm here. On the inside, exactly the same spot. Greatsword 5's range is long enough that if I stand like right here, and I GS5 straight forward, those claws will reach inside, they will grab you when you're standing here, and they will pull you out the portal. If you own the objective, and you're just chilling on inner. As long as you know where the portal is on the other side of the objective, you can Greatsword 5 people out of that objective in most places. I think there's only like a hand... Sorry, what? I was explaining how to... What? I was explaining how to do polls. I got complimented, so I immediately tuned out everyone in TeamSpeak and... Anyway, what did you ask? Who's the matchup next week? I'll go look. Hang on. I'll go look at what the matchup is. Gildor's 2 Mists. Now, what's going to be really funny about this is it's been answered already, and then I'm going to answer it again. Alright, so the matchup next week is SOS SF plus Mag eBay. eBay has a lot of stuff. SF also has a lot of stuff. I played that matchup with CO a couple days ago. It's actually not that bad. Yeah. It should not be that bad. There will be stuff to battle. He is right, though. Like, when I'm streaming, I prioritize answering questions on stream over questions in comms. Which is maybe something that I should adjust. The other thing that, honestly, like, you want the real talk, since I think he's about to tag down soon anyway. I think I'm going to change the stream schedule again. Pray I don't alter it further. I would like to have one day where I play with KNT and I don't stream. Because then I can actually just, like, hang out in comms with them, and I can tell all of the good jokes that I can't tell because I'd get cancelled. Oh, he's taking down now. Fair enough. Yeah, so I think I might change the schedule up. I think it would be fun to play on weekends. There's a ton of weekend groups that I don't often get a chance to run with. And I would like to be able to just hang out with my friends in comms sometime and not have to worry about streaming at the same time. There's no disrespect to you guys or anything like that, but it would just be nice to hang out with my friends. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you want to know what that schedule is going to look like, today is May 1st. I need to post the schedule for the month over the weekend. It is going to show up in the Discord. So if you want to know when I'm going to be going live, what the schedule for video releases looks like, what the schedule for stream looks like, hop in the Discord. All that kind of stuff is listed. You can opt into all the roles you want. You can ignore all the roles you don't. I try to only ping you if it's something that you personally find relevant based on what you've told me. And then there's also the VODs channel, which I am back to regularly updating. The backlog right now is only a month and a half long. So, like, you know, not really that bad. But I am doing like 2-3 videos a day to try and get caught back up. So there's a lot of content to sift through there if you just want to, like, put me on in the background and do something else with your time. Which is also the way I use YouTube. I'm going to go see if there's anyone to raid. I don't have my hopes up, but we'll see. We'll see if anyone's doing anything. I'll also mute myself. Podinsky's playing Manor Lords. I might go watch him after I'm done, honestly. Kiyoshi's playing Guild Wars, but, like, he's partner. He doesn't need my help. Saiga is on, but, like, I raid Saiga, like, all the time. I want to try and spotlight other communities. We'll just go raid Saiga. I'll do some more research later. Podinsky's got you playing Bellrite? Dude, I saw Bellrite. It looks so cool. I gotta try that one out, too. It's totally on my radar. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys over to Saiga. And, God, when am I gonna see you guys next? My mom is up this weekend, but I don't think it's gonna interfere with the schedule too badly. So we're probably gonna do, like, a Thursday Project Zomboid, Friday Reset, Saturday World vs. World, or Sunday World vs. World, and then Monday I gotta get back to doing open tagging on Anvil Rock with, what's his name? You know him, the guy, Sneb. Oh, I literally already clicked the button, but you're right. I should raid Emmy and guild her into doing World vs. World again. That's a great point. Yeah, you know, the guy, Sneb. Look, listen, Senna, before you can bully me any further than you have tonight with the polls and disrespecting my incredible bonus week ideas, I'm gonna go raid Saiga. You can go goblin mode on him and give him, you know, a bunch of grief or whatever. I'll see you guys on Friday. Later.